104. 5. 4 or 5. 104 or 5.
Okay. So, what's bearing this? We don't need to do any measuring for these. We don't need the protractor at all.
Then how do we measure?
Because it tells us the angles, so we know what the angles are.
70.
So the bearing from this first one, because we started at north and then went clockwise, the bearing is 70, isn't it, yeah? And we write that with 3 figures, so 0, 7, 0 degrees. I forgot to say, but the top one, question 1, that should have been 0, 82.
Let me see what I got. For outside, you're right?
You know, for the question before that we measured with the protractor.
Yeah, I got 82 as well.
Yeah,
From
so you need to write that 082 because you always write it with 3 figures.
Wait, was 082 the right answer?
Yeah, like it just means 82.
Oh. No, I meant like, did I get it right? Like.
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, no, it's not right.
Oh.
Because, you know how I know that? Because if we imagine there's a line here, that should be 90 degrees. Can you see on the screen?
Where? Oh, let me scroll up.
Yeah, scroll up a little bit. I've drawn on the screen an imaginary line with roughly a right angle.
Hold on. I got 82 even when I measured it with like a thing.
Let me get mine back up. You should get roughly around about 110 to 120. So we line the protractor up. And I measure all the way around on the black. So I'll do it in red pen. So from the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, and a tiny little bit after. I get about 113.
It's because move the thing. You see that green circled. I started there. I put the 0 on right where it started, not on top.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. So like what? Let me have a look. See if I can. So you mean like this? You did it like this?
Yeah. Right where it started.
Like that? Is that right?
Right on the arrow. The 0 is right on the arrow. Let me delete those stuff. Yeah, there.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the exact same principle. It doesn't matter how big your protractor is, how small your protractor is. Let's count from 0. So here's the 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110 and a little bit after.
I don't know how that works. I'm counting from...
It's really hard for me to show you because I can't see what you're doing sit next to you.
I've got 82. I don't know bearings. Now I'll get 84. My one's more. Let me see.
Are you sure you're not looking at this number, the number on the inside?
Okay, I got 110 now. Now if I put it right. Oh, I know what I done. I didn't put.
Were you measuring from the inside circle?
No, I didn't put this part on the.
Right, you put the.
I just measured it from.
What did you do that?
I didn't put this onto the where the starting
What?
point.
The dot, under the dot,
Yeah.
the middle bit on the dot.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, that's good.
Now I get 110.
Okay, brilliant. Right, 110 is the right answer.
I have 110.
Fab. Okay. So, we don't need a protractor for this because it tells us all of the angles.
Yeah.
As long as we follow the rules of bearings. So, we start at north and then we go clockwise. And for this first one, the bearing from C to D is 70, which we write as 070.
Yes.
If we do the same for this one, from north,
110.
for the second one, from C to D, so we start at C, draw our north arrow, we go clockwise, so from C all the way to D.
110. I got 100.
It's not 110, because can you see the angle starting from north, which is the red line, and going clockwise?
No, C to D, I mean, is. How will I do this?
So you don't need a protractor. So look at my diagram.
Yeah.
You start at north, at the north line. Can you see?
Yeah.
And then I've drawn a red line all the way to the line of D.
Yes.
And it's this big angle that we're going to try and, that is the bearing angle, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense?
Yes.
So they've given us that the other part of this circle is 110 degrees. So if that's 110 degrees, and a full circle is 360 degrees.
290.
Yeah, 290. Wait, is it 290? Not 290, no.
360 degrees. Are we missing one part?
So the red angle that I've just drawn plus 110 degrees is 360 degrees.
We can do 360 subtract 110.
Yeah, and what does that get us?
Let me see. $250.
250, brilliant. So this is already 3 figures, so we don't need to write it with a 0 in front because it's already got 3 numbers.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay, using that exact same logic, what's the bearing of the third one?
So we're going to 360 subtract 70.
Yeah, because we start at north, go anti-clockwise round, so we need the pink angle this time. And what's the pink angle?
290.
290, yes. So the bearing of D from C, that is 190, is the last diagram.
Yes.
Okay. Point Y is 3 is away from point F on a bearing of 65 degrees.
Yeah.
So this time we need our protractor for this one because we need to draw the line this time. So let me find my protractor. And same as before, we line the little cross here that's there.
Where?
Here.
Yeah, where do you put it?
We'll line that up with the starting point, which is at X.
Yeah.
So here, we're lining this cross up with this point on X.
Yes.
And then we need to tilt the protractor so that our north line starts on 0. So I'm going to tilt it 90 degrees, place my cross back on the 0. Make sure that the north line's on 0. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
And then from here, so we start at 0. We need to draw the line that gives the bearing of 65 degrees.
Over here.
So we count along to where 65 is,
Yeah.
and we put a little mark like this.
Done.
Done?
Yeah.
Move your protractor out the way and get your ruler and draw the line from X to the little mark that you made.
Done. Yeah, I done it exactly like that.
And that would give you the bearing 065.
Yes.
And you can always double check by measuring it again. So now that you've drawn the line, you can put your protractor back on and double check that it matches 65.
Yeah, it matches 65.
Brilliant. Okay. That's actually the end of that lesson, so we'll continue with this on Friday.
Yes.
We'll do like a recap of corresponding and alternate angles still, and then we'll do the bearings, some more bearings questions just like these. Possibly something to practice in the meantime is just using the protractor, making sure that you're measuring angles.
Yes.
Good, because obviously I can't practice that with you because I can't give you angles to measure. I don't know what I was going to say. What's on page 56 of the workbook? Is that more angles things?
It's area.
It's area, and we've done area, haven't we?
Yeah, it's area.
Okay, so then on Friday we'll go over bearings. We'll do some more bearings questions in more detail, and then maybe next week we'll start a new topic depending on how you're feeling, because I think we've done the whole of angles now.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, we might do some more practice next week, we'll see. Okay, you've done really well today. We've done really hard questions, so
Thank you.
you've done a good job. No problem. I'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.